has been a minute since I updated you on my weight loss journey, so let's talk about it today. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I'm basically reverse dieting, eating more so that I can weigh less, make it make sense. But I'm going to be updating you about my current regime, situation, strategy, routine, life circumstance when it comes to trying to lose weight. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Courtney. What's up? Thank you for coming to my channel. I usually have cute nails on, but today I am prepping to go on holiday. So it gets worse before it gets better. Welcome around here. Thank you for clicking on this video. Definitely hit the subscribe button. But I am on a weight loss journey. I have been since last year, June 2021. And since starting the journey, I have lost a total of 25 pounds. However, recently, I hit a plateau, a serious plateau. And I was trying to really troubleshoot what it was. And I updated in some of my vlogs, I updated you guys in some of my vlogs that, I'm trying to divest from just focusing so much on the scale, even though, I have a goal weight, which I want to reach. Your weight fluctuates for so many different reasons. It's not always weight or fat gains. And so I decided I was going to focus on things like my strength training and how strong I'm getting, and also my physique and how confident I feel in my body. And I have seen so much progress and so much transformation in these areas. However, as much as that is nice, I cannot escape the fact that I need to see the number on the scale shift. And I think that's the frustration for a lot of us, right? Yes, there are all these other non-scale victories which we can focus on, which I was talking about in my last weight loss journey video. However, there are scale victories which we want to see. And I was getting a bit frustrated after a few weeks. And to be honest, I gave it about 6 weeks to just see if something would give. And I wasn't seeing that much change in the scale, and it was discouraging me because time is passing, and my goal is to lose about 1% of my body weight every single week, which really equates to 1.6 kilograms, and I'm actually shooting to just lose 1 kilogram a week. However, I wasn't even losing that. I was barely losing like 200 grams, and that was discouraging me. And I really had to sit down with myself and think, okay, what is going wrong now? I had been in a calorie deficit. I have been in a calorie deficit for the last nearly a year. In terms of since June, I have been in a calorie deficit. Now, I definitely stagger my deficit in the sense that I start at maintenance and then I work my way down to like my base, like I can't eat any lower than this, which for me was at around 2,000 calories. And I stay there and then I work my way back up and then bring myself back down. However, I think it had been a while, and I intentionally, and I'll explain that, I intentionally let a lot of time go by where I was at my baseline amount of calories. I was eating 2,000 calories every single day and I wasn't seeing the scale move, and I was prepared in my frustration and in my desperation to see scale victories. I was prepared to drop, and I created a whole like training program and eating plan and all of that, like for my Q2 and my second phase of my 2022 weight loss. I created a whole plan to drop my calories all the way down to 1,700 just so that I could see progress. Now, I know for some people you may be thinking 1,700, yeah, if you're losing weight, that's normal. People are out here talking about 1,500, 1,700. That's the problem, okay? Let's start there. That is the problem. So literally the morning that I created this plan to drop my calories all the way to 1,700, starting at 1,900, then 1,800, then 1,700 every week, I told my friend Renee. Now, if you don't know who Renee is my best friend, my sis, my co-founder, my housemate. She is my sister, all right? She is my absolute G. And she's actually the one who I go to a lot with my fitness questions because she is a fitness enthusiast. She's also very knowledgeable. I trust that girl's mind. And one day I'll actually do a video with her, if she obliges, talking about like weight loss, her journey, my journey, and all of that. But she really is my helper. And I spoke to her and she was like, there is no way I am letting you live under this roof eating 1,700 calories. And literally the whole evening we sat down, and she actually started off by asking me about where my head was at towards my weight loss journey. And I explained to her my frustrations, my discouragement, and she was really, really encouraging, but also she kind of got to the scientific aspect of it, which is actually something that someone commented under one of my vlogs where I was talking about the plateau. And that was the fact that my body is probably very much so used to now being in a calorie deficit, and it's probably trying to preserve its life. It's trying to fight for its life because I'm not feeding it enough. And when she said that I'm not feeding myself enough, I definitely felt not just confused, but a little bit like, huh? And it made me realize that as much as we talk about toxic diet culture, if you don't know, I have a podcast with my best friend Renee, and we've done episodes and we've had conversations about toxic diet culture. However, I don't think I had really taken time to understand how much it had affected me and how much I had internalized it. And I'm not mad at myself for it, because there are definitely some things about my food and my food journey which have grown leaps and bounds. And if you want to know more about that, I actually did a video talking about how I got fat and my relationship with food and nutrition. I'll put that in the iCards above. But there are still some deep things which we internalize when it comes to our understanding of food, but also our fear of food, especially if you have been overweight or you've had maybe been teased or insecurities or bullying surrounding your weight. You become very skeptical of food. Food can often be positioned as your enemy because you see it as the reason why you are where you are, and you can often then go on a diet as a way to punish yourself, and you call it discipline and you call it, you know, transformation and all of these things, but really and truly you start to see starvation and allowing yourself to be hungry and not really paying attention to your body. See it as you know, working your way towards your goal. But I know for myself, my biggest goal right now and for my life in general is not necessarily to just be slim, not just to be smaller, not even to be the goal weight that I have. My goal right now is to form a better relationship with my body, a healthier relationship with my body, with exercise, to really increase my confidence as well, and ultimately to become healthier in all areas of my life. I don't want to go from one end of the spectrum to another extreme where I still have a complex about food. It's just that instead of indulging in it, I'm now depriving myself of it. And so when she said, you know, you're not feeding yourself enough, I realized I'm not feeding myself enough. And this brings me to talk about toxic diet culture. You know, I'd be on TikTok sometimes, and I love TikTok, I love the internet in general, and I see tips surrounding weight loss, and people prescribe this generic advice like, you know, drop your calories down to 1,500, do, you know, hit cardio this many times a week, start drinking this, start eating that, start going on keto, start, like all these prescriptive things, which is, you know, it's fine. I love advice. I love that the internet is full of so much collective knowledge. And however, I feel like it can be dangerous when we create this idea that there is a blanket solution and one pill that fits all to help people lose weight and reach their goal. And as I have taken time to really deep dive just outside of diet culture and really look into fitness, building strength, but also nutrition and metabolism, I start to realize that there are so many other things that come into play when you are trying to lose weight. And for me, as a woman, as somebody with PCOS, I have been paying a lot of attention to the way hormones affect our weight loss, and I've, you know, tailored my nutrition and my exercise and my supplements towards those things, and even lifestyle changes like the amount of sleep I get and the amount of stress I allow myself to be under. I mean, God, I stopped a whole business because I didn't want to be stressed anymore, and I didn't want that to keep affecting my health. However, I wasn't paying attention to other things which we all deal with, like our metabolic rate and our metabolism getting used to or needing more food, or getting used to the amount of food that we are eating, or not being fed enough and thus slowing down. And I know when you are bigger and you know you're overweight, people often say, you know, you have a slow metabolism, but there is a reason why your metabolism is slow, and it's not actually meant to be like that. So myself and Renee had this conversation about basically speeding up my metabolism, and it's meant that I have had to increase the amount of calories I have been eating, and I've had to go back to the fundamental thing, literally step one of a weight loss journey, which is calculating my basal metabolic rate. If you don't know what the basal metabolic rate is, it's basically how much energy do I need to live, to survive, to just breathe, to keep you alive, to keep you sustained, your body needs energy. And that's where we get the concept that food is fuel. Why do I always struggle to say that? Food is fuel. Honestly, the things that we eat from the beginning of time has been to keep us going, literally to keep us powered. And you'll never be able to escape that. But if you're going to keep your body running as the elite machine that it is, no matter what you look like, sis, you're going to need to fuel it, and you're going to need to know how much fuel it needs to be at a full tank. And so we took a step back and calculated my basal metabolic rate. What I've realized is my body is burning more energy, but I'm not giving it the energy that it needs in order to sustain that system. And so it's just gonna give out. If you don't put fuel in a car, at some point, it's just gonna stop. And also now, because I exercise a lot more, obviously the amount of energy I'm burning through activity is increased as well, but I'm still doing my day-to-day stuff like walking, breathing, fidgeting. As you guys know, I talk with my hands a lot. All of this burns energy. And so having calculated my basal metabolic rate and seeing how much it is, I decided that I'm gonna work my way back up to maintenance. And my initial resistance towards it was the thought that this just seems really high. I'm scared that if I work my way back up to my maintenance calories, that I'll actually gain weight. And that's probably the thing that was hurting me the most. The fact that I was now fearful of eating more. I was fearful of no longer eating in a deficit. However, a deficit is always meant to be temporary. And I think with diet culture, you start to think I should just be eating this amount, right? It should be normal to just want to eat a salad on its own. Now, no, I'm not knocking y'all who like salad, right? However, it shouldn't be normal to constantly be cutting. It shouldn't be normal to constantly be depriving yourself of things which you can actually eat. It should be for a short amount of time, or at least a relatively shorter amount of time, not your whole life. And so I was upset that I was starting to think of the idea of working my way back up to what my body actually needs as me self-sabotaging, or me, undoing all the work that I've done, as if the only work that has happened has been the number on the scale, right? And so for the last few weeks, I have been confronting that, and I've been reversing dieting for about 3-4 weeks now, and every week I increase my calories by 150 to 200 calories. So we started at around the 2,100 mark, and I'm all the way up, and currently I am on 2,700, and I'm gonna work my way all the way up to 3,600 calories. I'm then gonna stay there hopefully for 2 weeks, and the reason why I love this as well is because it aligns so well with my birthday. I have a couple of trips away planned, and so I'm going to be making sure that I'm getting in some good amounts of food, obviously paying attention. But one thing I've realized as well is, sorry, this video is all over the place, but we're just having a good old chat. Let me finish that train of thought. So I'm gonna stay at my maintenance for 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna start cutting again. And that's basically what I'm gonna be doing for the next few weeks, and I'm gonna keep you updated on it to see if it works. Because this may actually be the thing that cracks the code. I also put away the scale. So when I started reverse dieting, the day I had that conversation with Renee was the day that I decided to change everything, and I had like a good old bowl of ice cream, and it felt so good, and it was in my macros, and it was just great. But because I'm still calorie counting, by the way, and I'm still eating according to my macros, I'm still eating a high protein, mid carb, mid fat diet. And that day I weighed myself, and I was 150 kilograms, 0.4, or 150.4 kilograms. And I then put my scale in the cupboard, and I have not weighed myself since. And I have to be honest, I was getting into another really bad habit of weighing myself every single morning. Now, for some people that works, especially if you're like a bodybuilder or someone preparing for like a show or something like that. However, for me, it's not good for my mental health, okay? Seeing the number fluctuate so much, it just either puts a dampener on your day, or you put too much of your mood and your value in the number that you see on the scale in the morning. And I was getting so pissed off at seeing like, I've gained 400 grams, I've gained a whole kilogram, what is this? But it's probably water weight. It's also, being on your period. As women, we go through so much. Being on my period, hormonal imbalances, maybe a bad night's sleep, like all of these things can affect your weight. Or maybe eating a little bit too much on the weekend, but balancing it it out, you know, over the week, still that, you know, little increase in the scale was really throwing me off. And so because I was getting frustrated by it, I just had to put the scale away. And it's hard because I want to know my progress and stuff. However, I'm really taking time to really sit in the idea that progress, A, is not linear, and B, cannot only be measured in one way. So I don't know what my weight is currently. Like I said, I've been scaling my calories up back to maintenance for the last like 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know what I weigh right now, and I will weigh myself after those 2 weeks when I'm fully back up at maintenance, and to see if weight has been gained. By God's grace, maybe weight will be lost because I serve a miracle worker. But we'll see, you know, and I'm not gonna be too hung up on it because I am investing in seeing progress in other places. So I am changing my workout program also, which is why I wanted to bring out this video, because I didn't show you my push day routine, my beginner push day routine. And I know some of you found the first one helpful. So I thought before I actually switch the exercises completely, let me actually show you what my beginner workout looked like. And so that's what I'm gonna be showing you in this video, what my push day workout looks like. And then I'm going to be switching my workout. So I'm going to trial a new program which Renee kindly put together for me. She doesn't do it for everybody, please. She's not your best friend, she's mine, all right? She put a program together for me which is an upper lower body split. So as you guys know, I was doing a push pull split 4 days a week, sorry. So push pull, cardio, push pull, cardio, rest. However, now I'm going to be doing a upper body pull, lower body pull, and then upper body push, lower body push, with cardio in between. So that's what my week is actually going to look like, and I have way more exercises now, not in terms of volume but in terms of variation, because I actually enjoy the gym but I don't like being bored in the gym. And so I'm going to be doing them. I'm going to be trialing out how I want to arrange my sets and stuff, and I've been, you know, enjoying this new gym environment, but I really want to challenge myself to be able to lift heavier, focus on other forms of resistance such as time under tension, repetitions and sets. And I'm just looking forward to my growth when it comes to my performance of exercises and my stamina as well. I'm definitely noticing that I'm able to walk for longer, my energy levels are up, and I want to sustain that and actually improve that. I want to be able to start, you know, once these boobs get small, I'm gonna be running, okay? But up until then, you know, we can just increase our steps every single day. And so I'm going to be doing that, increasing my steps. I'm traveling a lot, so even though I might not be in the gym every day, I'm also going to just be walking around a lot more, and I'm actually looking forward to that. Confession, I feel like maybe other bigger people can relate, right? But sometimes, like when you're out and you're on holiday, you're like, I don't want to walk anywhere, and that idea of walking around and like any physical activity just makes you feel like scared or anxious, or just you don't want to do it. It's a bit of laziness, but also there is that apprehension of, am I actually going to be able to keep up? Am I going to get tired and start sweating off all of my makeup or sweating through my clothes? But I've been noticing I don't do that as much anymore. I'm actually, you know, let's take the stairs. If there's stairs, I'm not scared to take them. I prefer a lift, all right? But if we got to walk upstairs, I'm cool. I can walk and talk at the same time. It's improvement, it's growth. And that's what we're here for. And so I'm happy and I'm excited to see growth and see more growth in those areas, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, like I'm still happy. And I just have to learn to find happiness off the scale, and that's fine. The last 3-4 weeks have been a little tough, but it has actually really been good, and it's been great getting to eat more food. But I wanted to come and give you that update, not as anything prescriptive. I'm not saying if you've hit a plateau, maybe you need to reverse diet or anything like that. But I really just want to be honest and share, you know, parts of this journey with you, whether you are on one too or you're just fascinated. And so that is the change that is happening now, and it is what it is. And also I'm happy. I'm actually really happy about it, because who doesn't want to eat more, you know? And also, who doesn't want to be told that they can eat more? And I need to just not be afraid of food anymore, because the truth is, as much as diet culture, you know, tells us, tries to prescribe what we should eat, what we should do, who we should be, I think it's important to realize you are unique, your body is unique, its needs are unique, your goals should be unique. But this journey really is about becoming attuned with your body, becoming attuned with your mind and your heart. Like the connection between body, soul and spirit has really been one that I've been pondering on a lot more during this journey, realizing, you know, where certain fears, certain triggers, certain beliefs have come from, and certain patterns as well. And I want to really transform my mind and my body into knowing that it has no limits. I am capable of doing a lot of things, whether that is being strong, being powerful, being fast, but also being disciplined, but also being free and enjoying and joy. And I want to find all of those things within this process. I don't want this process to be punishment. I don't want it to be grueling. If it does have to be, it has to be for just a very short amount of time, and that sacrifice has to be worth it, but I don't want to make myself unhappy. I really don't. And so that is the update in terms of what I'm doing for diet and nutrition and where I am with my weight loss journey. I have been pretty consistent with the gym, and I just can't wait to maintain that consistency. Whilst every day I'm not like jumping out of bed excited to do it, I definitely get to the gym and find happiness there and joy there, and it becomes fun a little bit. And so yeah, that is what I'm on right now. Thank you so much for listening to this portion of the video, but let's get into the workout. Now listen, before we get into it, like I said, I'm not a PT. I'm not a personal trainer, right? I'm not a science geek. I am not a gym pro. I am not an athlete yet. However, I make these videos just to show you what I am doing, just to show you fat girls work out too, just to show you how cute I look in my pink soda gym cord, just to show you that girls sweat and we could sweat in the gym and we could be strong, okay? Just to show you how much I struggle at being strong in the gym because the sweat is a lot, but also just to show you, it's literally just representation. And so, you know, I'm not going to be getting too deep into like form and mindset. This is where you should be feeling XYZ. I will let you know. However, like I always do, I will link some pros down in the description box who will give you the play for play in terms of actual exercises. But just enjoy the aesthetics, just enjoy the encouragement, just enjoy the relatability, just enjoy it.